Okay, come into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Use this time now to turn your day off and tune into how you are physically. And according to the yoga teachings, there are all these different layers to the self. And the first layer is the physical layer. That's your physical body. So as you relax your shoulders and feel your hands resting on your knees, you connect into that physical layer. And as you begin to breathe more deeply, you connect to the next layer. These are like layers of an onion. They're really inextricably linked together. And there's a process to connecting them all and to penetrating right through to the heart of these layers, which in the yogic teachings is bliss. So you use breath to connect to the second layer, the breath body, the energetic layer. And then as you harness your mind and bring your mind to focus into feeling and into the present moment through the breath, through physical sensation, you connect through to the next two layers, the layer of the mind, the intelligent mind that has memory, that directs your body into movement, and the more intuitive mind, that gut feeling, gut awareness, and letting your body settle, settling into this moment. Let's take 3 more breaths together, just here being present with what is. All right, open your eyes, put your fingertips down on the mat in front of you, just leaning forward, going for a wrist stretch on both sides, evenly. You might, knead your hands a little bit, moving from side to side. Just let it be gentle, letting your head bow forward. Take a deep inhale across your back. And exhale everything out. All right, release from there. Let's go into stage 3 of our wrist stretches. So this last stage, I skipped stage 1, so spread open the palms of your hands. And exhale 1 finger at a time into a fist and roll the knuckles down. Relax your shoulders down, relax your jaw. Turn your palms forward, inhale. Exhale the thumb in first, fingers around the thumb, light squeeze there. Tick-tock your hands out to the side, stretching open that spot where your thumb meets your wrist. And relax your shoulders. Back to the first one, inhale, spread your hands wide. Exhale 1 finger at a time into a fist, roll the knuckles down. Turn your palms, face them forward, inhale. And exhale, thumb in first, fingers around the thumb, light squeeze there. Relax your jaw, relax your neck. Feel just the lightness across the top of the shoulders and out to the wrists. Can you create more space? Maybe you just take a moment to flamenco your hands out of that. And then stretch your legs out in front of you. Let's go into a seated twist. Bring your right foot in, right hand behind you. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale into your twist. You'll bring the arm to the outside of the thigh or hug around the front of the shin. Relax your shoulders down. Lengthen your spine. Then use your exhale to twist. 1 more breath right here like that. And release. Open up that knee. Stay on the right side and you'll open up between the knee and the leg. You have a greater than 90-degree angle and we'll start in a side bend. Walk your left hand down. Inhale the right arm up and exhale into the side stretch. Spin your top rib cage open. Draw the shoulders down away from your ears. Let your head hang and stay here and breathe. Spreading open the hand bones. So if you're feeling constricted in your wrist, as you practice, even when we're not putting weight on the hands, can you create more space? You might wiggle the fingers. You reach the hands out without hardening the hands. It's a soft, open spread, radiate out through the fingers. Feel the stretch across your right ribs. And then exhaling, we're going to move into a forward fold. So you'll go out towards the leg or maybe between the knee and the leg. Just take a few breaths here. Let each breath in be a full inhale and each exhale be a complete exhale. And then walk your hands in and come on up, and let's go to the second side. We'll bring your left foot in, starting with your twist. Left hand behind you. Inhale the right arm up and exhale into your twist. Relax your shoulders down, lift the chest. And release. Open up the knee. We'll go into our side bend. Reaching the right arm down the inside of the leg. Left arm goes up and over by the ear. And then lengthen both sides of your ribs. Spiral the top ribs more open. Soften the hands, getting energy to move through the wrist all the way out to the fingertips. Head heavy, neck relaxed. Every breath, a full inhale and a full exhale. On your exhale, coming into a forward fold. All right, walk your hands in, coming up. We're gonna go right into abs. This is an opportunity where you're gonna need your block. And if you don't have a block, I will cue you to something different. And also, if you do have like a blanket or a pillow for the abdominal part, you can squeeze that, all right? So I'll cue you through all of that. Or you might have a rolled up mat. Okay. Lay down on your back. We're going to start without a prop, just doing elbow to knee. Knees over your hips, feet off the floor. You can always put your feet on a wall or the feet down. Inhale, head and shoulder blades up off of the mat. Feel your lower back pressing down. Curl just the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the right. Straighten your left leg away from you and pull the belly down. Rest your head back into your hand. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, press. Top rim of sacrum down, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the left, straighten the right leg, pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Breathe into lower back, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the right, straighten the left leg, pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Breathe the lower back down, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the left, straighten the right leg, pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Let's do 5 more on each side. Go for it on your own. Turning on deepest part of your core. So moving slowly enough and stay with feeling, pulling the belly down. As we're moving and feeling, just creating more presence in the body, we begin to unify all of the layers, the whole physical body with the energetic body, the mental body, and ultimately there's that moment of being fully present where the bliss body lives. Joy, connection, just feeling complete. That's according to the yoga teachings. Finish up and hug your knees into your chest. All right, we're going to grab onto the block. And for this first part, we're going to squeeze the block between the thighs. You can use your rolled up mat or your rolled up blanket for this. You can put your feet on a wall or feet on a dresser or a bed, whatever you got. Or you could take the legs up or keep the feet down. Clasp hands behind your head. Inhale, head and shoulder blades up off of the mat. Squeeze the roll or the block. Reach your tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the left and pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Squeeze what you got. Reach the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the right and pull the belly down. Inhale, squeeze. Reach your inner thighs and your tailbone straight up. Send the elbows straight up and pull the belly down. So 3 parts to this on your own. Squeeze, lengthen upward, exhale, twist. Back to center, long spine. Squeeze, reach the tailbone up, exhale, twist. Going straight up the middle. Squeeze and lengthen both ends of your spine. Send the elbows skyward, pull the belly down. Last one on your own. And when you finish, bring your feet down, move what you've got out of your way. And we're going to go into bridge over the block with 2 leg variations. If you do not have a block, I will cue you. You just won't hold as long as we will be holding, those of us that are over the block. So you're going to lift up into bridge. You want your heels right underneath your knees. So sometimes you can touch the heels and that works for you, but a lot of times that's not the right measurement for your body. So you have to feel, are your heels underneath your knees? Lengthen your lower back. Keep the arms relaxed. And now grab your block, if you have it, and put it underneath your sacrum at the highest height that feels good in your back. So pausing here, feel. Those of you that do not have a block, you will be taking your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Those of you that have a block, you're going to hug the leg into your chest first, and you can experiment with stretching your left leg long and letting it hover above the floor. You can look at me if you're not sure what I'm talking about. And when you are ready, those of you that are on a block, you're going to take that right leg and reach it up. So you could be in some kind of a split action the way that I'm doing, or more like left foot is down and the right leg is up. So this is very much like a lunge or a split, only we're in a different orientation to gravity. And then feeling in there, creating some space around your lower back, and just enjoying the gravity-free lunge action. And if you do not have a block underneath your sacrum, you're going to come down and change sides. If you do have a block, new variation, you're going to cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Make a number 4 and open up the body this way. So breathing here for 5 breaths. This is an external rotation of the hip, so feeling into that, you might feel for allowing your right knee to open. Relax your jaw, relax your neck. And slow, steady breaths. Check in, feel, how are you? If you do not have a block, you're gonna come down and you'll go into pigeon on the back, which is this figure 4 shape. Imagine I'm on my back, not on a block. You're right here, hugging in. You've probably done that. If you are over the block, you're gonna take your left leg up. You can reach your right leg away from you, or not. You can hug the knee in first, like we did on the other side. You find your way here. So opening up and reaching that leg up. That top leg may or may not be straight. Doesn't have to be straight. You might get more out of bending the knee, especially if you have tighter hamstrings. Feeling for what works for you. All right, changing sides. If you are on your back, if you are still in bridge, you're going to cross the left ankle over the right thigh. When we're breathing here in this external rotation of the hips, opening up the hips, this should feel really good because if you're on the block is supporting your lower back and you're getting the benefit of all these hip openers. And if you don't have the block, you're in hip openers on your back, which are also just very, very supportive. Relax your jaw and allow that left thigh bone to just open up, opening up the hips, breathing into your pelvis. All right, finishing up, both feet on the mat or releasing and just hugging your knees into your chest. Let's meet there. Slowly rolling down, hug knees into chest. And roll to one side. And let's come around and come to all fours for dolphin. So I'm gonna play with dolphin with one leg up, moving into dorsal fin. And if you want to follow me, you can do that. If you don't want to do dorsal fin, you will just take one leg up. All right. Those shoulder distance apart. Arms around your upper arm. You can clasp your hands or forearms parallel. Relax your neck. Press the floor away. Relax and come up into dolphin. So you're welcome to stay right here. Dorsal fin people, you're gonna come up onto your right arm. So if that right there, just you're like, I'm a no, you take your left leg up. Those of you that are still with me, you're lifting up out of your shoulder joint so there's no weight. Don't sink down. Press the floor forward and away. Squeeze the elbow in, wrap your shoulder. You're gonna bring your left foot in, take your right leg up, and maybe you can create the dorsal fin, bending the knee, grab a hold of the foot. It's all play. You get to play. There's a lot of balance here, a lot of strength and core. So lift up out of whatever you're doing. And we're going to change sides. So left leg up, you're going to put it down. And dorsal fin folks, we're going to move onto the left forearm. Lifting up, spinning back. Maybe you put the right heel down, maybe you can grab a hold of the left foot. Steady your breath. And slowly release. Come on up to stand at the front of your mat and pad your knees. If you want to, you can just take your blanket and put it across the center of your mat. We're going to go through some sun salutations together with a lot of fun different variations, opening up the hips today. Woo, stepping up to the top of the mat, your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, reach up, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Lunge, right knee back and down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hands down, step back to plank. Slowly come down. Low cobra, inhale. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Lunge, right foot forward, left knee down, inhale. Hands down, step up to the front of the mat, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Lunge, left knee back and down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hands down, step back to plank. Exhale. Low cobra, inhale. Exhale back, downward dog. Lunge, left forward, right knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back, keep the knee up, your hips low. Coming into this variation of lunge, you can always keep the knee down. Hands down, step back to plank. Exhale, lower. Low cobra, inhale. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward. Inhale. Hands down, step up to the front of the mat, exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Step your left knee back, put it down. Inhale into lunge. And you'll move into a twist. Take your left elbow to the right thigh. Bring your hands down. Step back to plank. Slowly lower down. Low cobra, inhale. Exhale back, downward dog. Left foot forward, right knee down, inhale. Exhale, right elbow, left thigh. Hands down, step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll keep adding on. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Take the right knee back and put it down. We're going into lounge lunge. So you'll walk your right hand forward and out and lounge your ribs over to the side. So I like to let my toes turn out and I come out on the outer edge of that foot. And you can hang out here. You want to have the top of the thigh facing the floor and then you can lengthen and spin. So you're not on the outer right hip, unless you want to be. You just get more stretch if you're not. So I can feel this all the way into like right sacrum. I'm getting a good stretch and I get even more stretch in the twist and in the top of the right thigh. All right, release, lift your hips up, head on back to plank, come down, low cobra, inhale. And exhale back to downward dog. Lounge lunge, right foot forward, left knee down. I'm going to turn my back to you. You can see from this shape how the lunge looks. So the top of the thigh is facing the floor and I'm reaching back through the leg, but the rib cage is reaching towards the hand. And release. Lift your hips up, step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, ride the breath, come on. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're gonna add on, bend the knees, lower the hips, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to your plank position. And slowly coming down, you can add in upward facing dog or do a cobra. Up to you. You can skip any of those. Step your right foot forward into warrior two with eagle arms. So right foot is forward, put your right elbow on top of the left. I'm gonna move my mat back so you can get a better view. Lift the elbows up so they're just higher than your shoulders. And then with the elbows up, move your forearms and your elbows away from your face. And then you might bow your head into the crook of your elbows. And just relax the back of the neck. And breathe here. Release the arms. Inhale, reach out and reverse warrior. Wherever your backhand needs to be to support the lower back, the best. Maybe it's right there at the lower back like mine is. Come up, hands down, step back, and you'll come through either cobra or upward dog. You want to think, how do you make the spine as long as possible as you're practicing, right? Let's bring the left foot forward between the hands into warrior two with eagle arms. Put the left elbow on top of the right. We'll lift the elbows up to shoulder height, a little higher than shoulder height. Relax the shoulders down. Line up your spine right over the hips. And we'll broaden across your upper back. Maybe you bow the head into the crook of the elbows. Delicious breath, breathing all the way up to the back of the heart, the space that you're opening in this shape. Release the arms, inhale, reach out, and exhale, reverse. From here, we're going to step up to the front of the mat. So you'll put your hands down, step up, and bend the knees, lower your hips into chair pose. Send your hips back, your butt back, pull the belly in, lengthen the back. So you see, here's my back bend. You don't want that. There you go. All right, right elbow to the left thigh. Let's take a twist, twisting chair. Fist with the bottom hand, flat hand on top of it, or maybe you can open up the arms. If you can do that, go for it if it feels good. Release. Back to center, inhale. And exhale, twist the other way. Release. From here, you'll step right back into downward facing dog. And you can have a micro bend in your elbows in this downward dog so that you really turn on the muscles of your upper back. Feel for that. Sending the shoulder blades, wrapping the shoulder blades away from the spine. All right, bring your right foot forward into warrior one. Inhale, reach up. And exhale into twisting warrior. The left elbow to the right thigh. You could make this a twisting lunge, picking up the back heel. You could put the back knee down if you need to. From here, pyramid pose. Put your hands down, straighten the front leg, step the back foot forward and fold. You could stay right here. This is a great pose. And if you want, you can make it into a vertical split. That's up to you if you want to add that. From here, step back and come down onto your belly. Arms by your side, palms facing up. Inhale, lift the feet, the hands, the heart, come up. Free your lower back. So I like to do little flutter kicks like I was on a kickboard in the pool, fluttering the legs. Feel if that gives you some freedom and some awareness through your legs. And then inhale, reach back through the toes, forward through the chest. And exhale, come down and press back to downward facing dog. Coming into warrior one. On the left side, left foot forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist right elbow to the left thigh. Deeper breath. From here, pyramid, folding over, straight front leg. Step the back foot forward a little bit to accommodate the fold forward. Different things to do. If you ever have a hamstring injury, maybe you just do pigeon here, right? That might serve you better than overstretching. Lower back, folks, put your hands on the top of the thigh and traction your back like this. If you want, you're coming into vertical split, a little spice on the end of this. And release your feet together at the top of the mat. I'm going to close the window because we're coming into Bakasana. Okay, that was really loud. Coming into Bakasana, crow pose. You're going to bend the knees, come on down. You have some options. If you're not going onto your hands today, you can be here in a squat. If you're coming into Bakasana, make a big shelf for your shins to come onto your triceps, and you shift the weight coming onto your hands. Drag the shoulders away from the ears, pull the belly in, press the earth away. So you're actually, like there's a string on your sacrum, on your tailbone. play with that. All right, make your way back to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. We're going into triangle pose. Trikonasana, right hand to the right shin. Take your right sit bone back. Lengthen and open. There's a lot of different ways. I was trying to decide which way to hang my head if I wanted to. This is traditional, looking up. I have no strain in my neck, so that's cool, as long as I'm not straining. If you have neck tightness, you could look down. But sometimes that isn't really great for my body. This feels good too, looking straight down. All right, let's come up and balance. Half moon. You might use a block. Block actually helps. See how the alignment in my body got better when I was on the block? So that my torso isn't down here, down here. All right, come on down, step it back. Come down onto your belly. Reach back, clasp your hands behind your back. Drag the shoulders away from the ears, lift the feet, lift the hands and the heart and come up. Release and head back to downward facing dog. All right, your left foot forward into triangle pose. From here, half moon. Use a block or not. From here, you're going to make your way to stand for standing balancing twist. So you'll stand. I'm going to turn to the side. You stand starting on your left leg. Hold on to the right knee with your left hand. So you're twisting towards the leg that's in the air. I'm twisting to my right. Left hand holds either the knee or the foot, and you twist. You can always be at a wall if you need to. Release. Let's do the other side. Find out how balance is on each side. It's going to be different, and every day is different. Right hand to the left knee. Be patient with yourself, or hold the foot. Relax your shoulders down. Release. Right at the front of your mat. Bend the knees, lower the hips, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to plank. Let's come either cobra or upward dog. Back to downward dog. Warrior one, step your right foot forward. You might want to block for this. Block goes to the inside of your front foot if you want it. All right, standing up, both legs are straight. So in my warrior one, my back foot's pretty far back there. For this variation, you're gonna stand up, step your back foot forward a little bit, twisting triangle. Right hand on the right hip, pull it back. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips with a flat back, long, long spine. You're pulling your right hip continually back. Now your right hand's gonna come onto your sacrum. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rotate. You can stay on the block or not. You might move the block with you. If you want, you can put your right hand to the outside of right foot or not. Feel what you got today. Long spine. And from here, twisting half moon. I like a block for this a lot. So you make Shalabhasana with your body. So remember that boat pose we did? You make that here and then you twist it. Turning open to the right. Twisting half moon. And really, it's hands down, step back. Let's come down onto the belly. We'll take Shalabhasana, that pose I just talked about. Remember this, feel it. Lift the feet, the hands, and the heart. Come up. And exhale, lower. And back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward between the hands. Come into warrior one for a twisting triangle. So you can already set up with your feet a little closer together. Draw your left hip back. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, hinging forward from your hips. You're coming forward. Hand comes down and you twist open. Shoulders away from ears. All right, twisting half moon, use block or not. So here's Shalabhasana, boat pose, that pose we just did on the belly. You do it again, balancing on one leg, and then you twist it. But you have to do the pose first because you can't be all scrunched up. You gotta be really strongly reaching back through the leg, forward through chest and heart, and then twisting. And come down. All right, we're gonna come into twisting crow. So for twisting crow, there's something for everyone. You may or may not be putting weight on your hands. From this squat, we're gonna twist. You can do a side bend, you can stay here. I'm balancing with my heels up. This is a great side bend. If you're coming into the crow pose, you put your elbow and your tricep on the outside of the knee and the outside of the hip. So that's the shelf. And then you're gonna shift your weight onto your arms and come up. And then maybe your legs can go up. I'm playing with lifting my chest today. It's interesting because I never practice in front of a mirror. So mirror can be helpful because I'm not judging myself. I'm trying to increase the amount of energy through the pose. Let's go to the second side. You don't have to take the legs out. You can just, it's enough I mean, all parts of this are enough, right? Just honoring where you're at. All right, let's make our way back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Step your right foot forward into warrior two. Okay, warrior two. We're gonna come into eagle arms first, where we started. Lift the elbows up, and then exhale, you're gonna fold forward. You have to turn on that back leg strongly. Keep a deep bend in the front knee. You can come straight out in the middle the way I did, or you might go closer up to the leg. Up to you. Hang out here. This is a big hip opener. You don't have to keep the arms. You can just put the hands down and stay with the legs. That's enough in your hips. All right, from here, we're gonna take head to ankle prep. Walk your hand back towards your left hand to left foot, right there. Right hand on the inner thigh. And you're gonna traction away. So I'm bringing weight into my back hand. This hand could be up on a block. All right, release. Walk your hands up to the front of your mat. We're gonna add a quad stretch here. So put your back knee down and grab onto the foot and bring it in. I'm just adding this because it felt like my body needed it. So that's kind of how I practice is if I feel something in the middle, I'll add it. So you have to listen inward. Release. Step it back. You're gonna come through any vinyasa you want, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. So that could be an upward dog, it could be a cobra, you could skip it. All right, your left foot forward into warrior two with eagle arms. You're taking your left elbow on top of the right. And then exhale, fold. Head to ankle prep. Lean on back, lean into your right hand. And on your left inner thigh, traction that hip out. And then release, walk your hands up to the front of the mat, grab onto the back foot, give yourself a quad stretch. All right, we're gonna try one more thing. This is something that comes out of crow pose. So it's oil rigger. So you know how oil riggers, they go up and down. That's why the name is called that. From one of my teachers on a forest, she named that. So you need a block for this as well. If you don't have a block, feel free to do Bakasana again or play along because you don't have to have a block. I certainly need one. Okay, so my left foot is on the block. That is going to become my Bakasana arm. So I'm going to put the hand down and then I'm going to connect this shin onto that tricep. So I'm here, okay? And this leg is going to go back. And I'm going to bring weight into my hands, so much weight that I can actually levitate the right leg up. So my weight is in my hands, and I'm going to raise and lower the back leg. Like I said, you can do any, you could be here, hanging out here. This is a great hip opener with the foot on the block and everything, hanging out. You could be in lizard pose or pigeon. Those would all relate if you didn't want to do this madness. Okay, it's a lot of weight on the hands. It's a lot of core. I'm going to try another couple of these before going on to the second side. This is really challenging for me from a perspective of, I think for me, it's about really connecting into core in this shape. It's hard for me to pull the belly in because I'm so flexible. I'm so like, wide open. All right, let's go to the second side. If you're still with me, spiral out the hands. Give a little space. It's good to try new things and weird things and things that are hard. Nothing like doing something hard to get you in your body and out of your head, right? Because you really have to focus. Okay, so bringing weight into the hands. And the shin, the reason the foot is on the block is so that you can easily get the shin on your tricep. You might not need it. If you are someone that can do this pose without the block, more power to you. Do it without it. Whoa, that's a lot for me. All right, I'm going to try one more round. All right. Whew. Let's take a moment to release the hands, and then we'll come into a child's pose for a breath. Reach your hands out, forehead on the earth, breathing into your back. All right. We're going to come up and take a forward fold with the legs straight, legs wide, fold forward, take neck release, clasping your hands at the base of your skull, or any other arm variation that you want to do here. And from here, we're just going to go side to side. Since we're so deep in the hips, I just want to continue that. And then you'll have a seat. with your legs wide. Upavishta Konasana. So in this, legs are wide, big hamstring stretch. Walk your hands forward. If you need to, you stay here. If this is a big enough hamstring stretch, you're right here. If you can come forward, coming as deep as feels good to you, pushing through the heels and the ball of the foot at the same time. Walk your hands over to your right leg and fold over the leg. Walk your hands back to center and over to the left leg. And come back to center and then walk your hands in. Use your hands to help your legs together. You'll bring the soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet are together in this one. And opening up the feet like a book, like you're reading a book, sending the thigh bones out and down towards the earth. They may go, they may not. You could be here, that's perfectly fine. You can also sit up on a blanket. Shoulders down, lift the chest, and you can fold forward from here if it feels good to you. Maybe you put a block and you can rest on the block. I'm continuing, even though my hands are not there, I'm continuing to open the feet like a book and send the thigh bones outward and down. All right, release, come on up. We're gonna go into a series on the back. Before you do that, just so that you can see, here's where we're headed. We're gonna go here, we're gonna come here, shoulder into the thigh. That may be as far as you go. You may be here, you know, it's really up to you. Sometimes putting a block here. I'm gonna cue you through all of this. I'm just showing you all the variations. You can bring the shoulder to the inside. I'm gonna hold on to the opposite leg of you to this, and then you can come through, and now the leg is behind you. And this is a really weird pose. Ekapada Yogi Dandasana, this guy. Okay, so I will cue you to do all of that. Don't worry. Hold on to the foot. Come into half happy baby on the right side. Hold on to that foot. So like I said, you could use the block and bring it in here. It might feel good. But that, you know, that requires a lot of flexibility to get the thigh on that block. So don't take my word for it. All right. From here, you're going to stay on the right. You're just going to bring the leg into a pigeon on the back. So the shins over your chest. And you might, depending on your body and the lower back, you might put your head on a blanket or a towel to support, or even that block might be nice. You know, that might feel good. Up to you. Let's carry this pigeon leg all the way across into a twist. Bring the knee down and twist. Open. And then come back onto your back. And for this next variation, you're gonna take half frog. So the leg's gonna go out. My hip is really open now. That's ridiculous. Some of you are gonna be here. You can hold on, like, you know, do what feels good. Like letting the leg just hang feels okay, but maybe a block would be better. Yeah, block is better for me. So this experience we did today opened up the entire hip joint in all the rotations. So that's what we're doing now, is all the rotations of your hip joint. And we're gonna go one step further. So you're gonna bring that leg in, right leg, right shoulder is gonna come to the inside. Any amount, you can hang out here. 1, 2, left shin with your right hand, push forward, and that brings you through, and then you can get that foot behind your head if you're headed there. Whoa, it's a really weird wobbly pose. We're gonna hang out here. And release. Okay, we're gonna go on to the second side. If you're in that full pose, you might wanna stay longer. I'm just gonna pick up the pace because not everybody's gonna wanna hang out there. Okay, other side, left foot, half happy baby. Hanging out here, feeling this rotation. Maybe your head's propped up. And then bring that leg across, come into pigeon. You never want to crank it. You never want to just pull on your foot. Tenderly hold your leg. Yeah. All right. Carry it all the way over into your twist. Relax your jaw, check in with your jaw. And then opening up and sending that leg out into half frog. And then the icing on the cake, you bring the left shoulder to the inside of the left leg, and you can hold on to the right shin with the left hand and bring the leg further back. And from there, unwind, hug your knees into your chest. We're gonna make our way into Shavasana, so I'm gonna stop the recording.